Now, a lot of people have turned around and said, okay, guys, but who's regulating the space? Who is actually controlling it? And how do we stop like rogues from entering the space and just creating platforms that, take money? Or how do you protect from money laundering? How do you protect from terrorism? How do you protect from all the common threats? And I just want to look at this from a different angle. If we have to, and I'm going to use an analogy of the government, more specifically presidents, and I'm not singling out any president, I'm just talking about presidents in general. Whatever country you're in, if you take a look at your president, and then you take a look at the millions of people in the country, do you honestly believe that that president is the best person for the job, considering the millions and millions of people out there? If your answer is no, he's probably not the best for the job, then it is clear that our current system is flawed. So what would be the next step to consider is, are there consequences if the president or the government or the regulators and the ruling party at the time make bad decisions? And I'd like to say there are not many consequences. In fact, poor decisions are made all the time. Now, if you are building a decentralized platform and you are trying to compete against many, many other people building platforms like this, a couple of things I can assure you of. If you are not at the very top or the best at your game, you are not going to have the position. You are not going to have the privilege of building a decentralized project that the community consider worthy. If you make bad decisions, the consequences are swift and direct, unlike the traditional system. So if you make a bad decision as a DeFi builder, you can lose millions of dollars or rands of people's money, and the responsibility is huge. If you make a bad decision that doesn't result in the loss of money, you will swiftly and very quickly be thrown out of the community, and your project will be left on a pile to die with the many, many decentralized finance projects that are just not worthy. So to answer that question, who is regulating this? Who is making sure that scams, that bad things are not able to happen in the platforms? My answer is, it is the wisdom of the crowd. It is the community. It is the human race as a whole that is looking at decentralized finance and either approving or rejecting it. Sure, we're going to have scams. Sure, we're going to have problems. But ultimately, we are going to have a financial system that is built with consequences and with accountability, and it is going to be unlike anything else we have seen. If you do want to put a question, make sure you do it now.
I think there is a question. And it's, do you know of any DeFi projects running in Africa?
So that's a question that gives me an opportunity to punt. XR is a stable coin, which is not really a DeFi project, but it is certainly a project that allows people to move in and out of the international ones. I think that, so the short answer is no, I don't know of any specific DeFi projects that are running in Africa. But the beauty of DeFi, and I think what is pertinent here, is that DeFi, cryptocurrency as a whole, is a location agnostic. So in other words, it is absolutely irrelevant where these projects are running from. They can be accessed by South Africans, by people in Africa, and we can use them to our full benefit. So it would be great if there were more projects in Africa, but that doesn't take away from the ability for us to be able to use these amazing new projects.
What's the steps to run a DeFi project in Africa?
Okay, so, DeFi, because it is open, it is permissionless. So maybe that question has been asked in the incorrect way. There is no permission needed. You can go and start a DeFi project right now, this afternoon. Yeah. What it would entail is, obviously, you would have to have the knowledge. You'd have to have a clear plan and a vision of what you want to bring to the community, how you want to serve the DeFi community. If you have a plan, if you have a vision, and you can start implementing the project, that would be the steps. The beautiful and amazing thing about this space is that you don't have to ask anybody. The community will judge it. The DeFi space will either boost this project or it will leave it as a project that is not worthy. So it allows people of all walks of life with the knowledge and the vision and the passion to just simply get started.